Before we start this video, please go check out some of my other ones after, of course, you watch this one. Please like and subscribe. Back to it. So I was driving down the street a couple of days ago, and I'm just driving, it's a green light, so I have no intention of stopping. But something I always do is keep my foot on the brake just in case something happens, which it did. I was driving and I see a car ready to make a turn in front of me, but I'm getting close to him, so I think to myself, surely he won't just throw himself and try to beat me before I pass him, right? Wrong. This man at the last second makes a turn. I immediately brake and I am in shock because there's nobody behind me. Why would he do that? Another thought that crossed my mind was, wow, I could have been hit and possibly injured, or worse. So this got me thinking. Most people take life for granted, but at any time, as you can see, it can be threatened or taken away. I began to think even deeper. How will life end? Our species, this planet, everything we know. Well, I'm guessing you read the title of this video. I'm going to be going over the many ways humanity could end, but don't worry, only like 2 or 3 can actually happen. Let's go. Okay, so you know how I said some of them are plausible? In my opinion, this is one of them. We have an understanding of space, but not a full understanding. If you don't believe in aliens by now, then I don't know what to tell you. The universe is 93 billion light years in diameter. 1 light year is 6 trillion miles. That's just 1 light year. But the size of the entire universe is unknown and will probably remain unknown. Not unless we meet another species of smart beings, which are aliens. Now, I don't think aliens look scary or have big heads with big eyes, but there could be multiple species of beings. Some of them have fur, maybe some aliens are nicer than others, and would be more accepting of us. But there could also be alien race that wants to conquer the universe, and the fact that the universe is giant, they haven't reached us yet. And when they do, if they do, they want to take over our world because our technology versus theirs, come on, there's no competition. We don't stand a chance. We couldn't fight them because they possess more knowledge than us. The fact that they're able to come from their world, which is probably billions of light years away, and travel all that distance to pass by Earth, that already puts our chances at nothing. There are 2 ways this goes down. Aliens come to Earth and just annihilate it without question, or they come to Earth and see that us humans would somehow make good slaves, so they conquer it and make everybody and everything work for them. If you ask me, I'll take the annihilation of Earth because being enslaved by a superior species with no chance of fighting back does not sound like a life anybody would want to live. Okay, let's come back from space and focus on what's going on here right now on Earth. It's a subject that a lot of people are divided on. It's global warming, and I don't know why people still don't believe in it. Since the 19th century, we've accelerated our carbon dioxide emissions because of the growth in transportation and factories. Plus, the number of people that have been born since then has been over 6 billion. And by next year, we will hit a global population of over 8 billion people. Good Lord! Supposedly by 2030, we will see the full effects of global warming. Some people say we won't. Some people say we will. Personally, I think we will see the effects of global warming, but by 2050 though, things will get really bad. I'm talking entire cities being underwater. And then, we're going to have a problem of overpopulation. So we got to call the boy Thanos when that happens. I mean, it's not like we aren't at least trying to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide, but the sad thing is, experts say that it's too late to undo or stop global warming. My theory is that global warming will wreak havoc on cities and countries, and the people will have to live either in the mountains or on the water, on some Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 type stuff. But then years will go by, and I would hope people learn their lesson, and we will rebuild, but instead of using fossil fuels to fuel our planet, everything would be solar and electric. I mean, that's best case scenario. This is a little scary for me though, because I'm 20, and some of you watching this video might be older or younger than me. But 10 years is not that far, so we're in this together. I'll try my best to keep making videos by then. Another thing that is rapidly increasing over time is our technology. Now, if you look at the technology from 10 years ago compared to today, it's pretty crazy how far the gap is now. Take an iPhone from 2012. Now, just by looking at it, it looks old. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still an amazing achievement of a phone, but compared to the newest one, it's crazy. People fear change and new developments of the world, and one of those new developments is artificial intelligence, AI. What people fear the most, though, is AI becoming self-aware. Take, for example, Terminator or Ultron. And when they do become self-aware in their own being, they would then decide that the time for humans is over, and that the time for robots and machine is now. Basically, they then would start to create their own army and take over the technology that the military has all over the world and use it to destroy us. Of course we would lose the war against them, because to start off, whatever AI rises up does not eat sleep, food, water, anything. It can constantly learn new things and create its army without flaw, while us humans would be getting dunked down by their own creations. Is this realistic? Well, let me think. I mentioned earlier technology has come a long way, and it does not look like it's taking a step back anytime or ever. But surely people would be smart enough to have like a failsafe, but once again, the AI would probably just disable it. In 1997, an AI named Deep Blue beat the best chess champion Garry Kasparov. That was the first time ever, and it was an achievement for the development of technology. Now, we don't know what type of artificial intelligence the US military is working on, or any major country military, so for this one, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of the military, we have another realistic possibility, and that is war and the fallout of it. Remember a couple years ago when everyone thought we were entering World War III, and people on Twitter kept making memes and jokes about it, but think about it. What if we actually did? What if during that time the war had gotten so bad that the US would have to start drafting people because they needed the soldiers? And at the end of it all the major countries in the world would get involved, but to top that off, they would release their nuclear bombs, ending the entire world and everybody in it. What would follow would be a post-apocalyptic world, just like in Fallout. Of course, the rich and powerful would have a heads up that this would be happening, so they would go in their bunkers or in their remote locations that they have for themselves. But me and you, on the other hand, we'd be screwed. I mean, do you have a bunker that you can just go into? But let's say somehow the bombs didn't kill you, and you somehow got in a little space in the ground, or you got into someone else's bunker. You couldn't just emerge from the bunker or vault because radiation from the nuclear bombs would kill you. I mean, it'd still be roaming the earth. Maybe in a couple of years you'd be able to come out. But I think the real challenge isn't surviving the vault for a couple of years. No, it's surviving the world after it's been mutated and left to rot. The best example for this is Fallout. Now, I know some of its aspects are unrealistic, but in terms of how the world looks, I don't think it's that crazy. Food would be a major problem because almost if not all the fields for cropping would be not suitable for plants, and the animals would probably just be dead or mutated into some monstrosities. So good luck. Well, it's time to end the video with the possibility that will be the downfall of humanity on Earth, and it's simply just time. In about 4 billion years from now, everything you see will be gone, and Earth will heat up and begin to melt itself away, destroying and ending anything left on it. Everything on Earth will just cease to exist, and the planet itself will just crumble into nothing. But notice how I said humanity's time on Earth will end. By that time, if humans are somehow still alive, which in itself would be a miracle, we would find the way to leave Earth and go to other planets, maybe other solar systems, or maybe even other galaxies. The thing about us, though, is that we're always trying to find ways to survive, and find new ways to prolong death and the inevitability of the end. If somehow we manage to leave Earth and inhabit other planets at the same time, then humans will always exist until the end of the universe, which is in billions and billions of years. But until then, I think we still have time right now to figure the problems that we face in our society. If we come together, then any of these subjects in this video would be manageable. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if I bummed any of you out, don't blame me, blame the guy who almost drove into me. But I can tell you to go check out some of my other videos. I think they can make you feel better. Please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for 70 subscribers. It feels like it was only yesterday that I hit 50. Thank you for the massive support I've been receiving. Thank you once again. Really, it does mean a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.